Morning, everyone. Thursday, 28th of July. Leeds news. Let's just get cracking on. There's some incomings, some outgoings, some contract renewals, and some out there smoke screens. So let's get through this. So, first ones. Let's talk about new deals. Crescencio Somerville is said to be in advanced talks with Leeds on a new 5-year deal. He has 1 year left on his existing contract, and as you can see from the pre-seasons, he's very much involved in the first team squad this year, slightly more than last year. Also, looking at new deals are Joe Gelhardt, that they said to be at the final stage of negotiating his contract. Again, a 5-year deal. These 5-year contracts are super positive. You look at all the young new players that have come in, they've all signed 5-year deals, and locking these players down helps us to not have Rafinha problems in the future. So that's great news. Incomings then. Matheus Nunes, again linked yesterday, has been continued to be linked over last night and into today. Somewhere in the region of 37 to 42 million. I think personally that's probably too much money for Leeds. Even if you look at the Charles de Ketelaere stuff, if they buy him, that breaks the transfer record, and then you're going to break it again to bring in Nunes, who's another midfielder who I don't know if we need. He's not a 10, so he's not an advanced player. He can play there, but he's not primarily a 10. And if Leeds are going to buy another player, that's probably what they're looking at. And personally, I think Aronson's going to fill that role pretty good. So I don't see that one happening. But it's still there and it's rumbling on in the background. The big one that came up last night was PSV Eindhoven left back Philippe Max. Philippe Max is 28 years old, scored 2 goals and 6 assists last season in the Eredivisie from left back. Mixed reports on this. He is a German international, which would state that he's a decent player and his stock is pretty high. However, from looking online last night and seeing a couple of PSV Eindhoven fans talking about him. Defensively, probably not great, but attacking, excellent. So, given that Jesse Marsch's system, he wants his fullbacks to give us the width and the 2 holding midfielders to cover the fullback positions, he might fit perfectly. But I've seen a couple of his clips last night. I think everyone's probably seen his YouTube stuff. Not that YouTube's anything to go on. Let's not forget Jordan Pataka. He looked great on YouTube as well, didn't he? Looks decent. Good set piece taker as well. We'll see. Apparently Leeds have already submitted a £7 million bid for him. So we'll see if that gets rejected or negotiated in the next couple of days. Keep you updated on that one. Also, possible links, and these are out there ones. So after AC Milan looked to have completed the signing of De Ketelaere yesterday, or agreed, or very close to agreeing, this needs to be finished, doesn't it? Leeds are potentially looking at Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea, who's rumoured to be around 8 million. That came from Leeds 365. I take a massive pinch of salt with that. I think the player causes problems everywhere he seems to go. No doubt he's a talented player, but I don't think he'd fit the Leeds dressing room. But 8 million for him. Do we need another wide player? I don't know. Also linked after turning down Everton is Maxwell Cornet from Burnley, rumoured to be in around 17.5 million. I think for 17.5 million you're getting an absolute star there. He can play left back, can play left wing, can play in a 10. Very good player. We saw it last year at Burnley, even a struggling Burnley side. He looked like a tidy player. Again, I don't think Leeds are interested in him. They just seem to, the prices in the UK market just seem to be too high for most clubs. There's taxes and everything else that have to get added on that you don't have to pay in Europe. So, we'll see. Linked again. And then again, Manchester City under 23 player James McAtee has been linked again. He's been linked all summer. When JB came in, he was rumored to be either him or JB coming in. Now they're talking about maybe McAtee again. I think this might be again just a smoke screen. All of a sudden, there's a lot of rumours come up. This time last month, this started as well. We got a huge amount of rumours, and then out of nowhere, boom, boom, we 2 signings brought in. So possibly smoke screens. Last piece of news then, we'll keep this as brief as we can today, is a potential outgoing. Rodrigo is said to be considering his position at Leeds, given that there's a World Cup coming up in December, January. He needs to have as much game time as he can possibly get. We did see a situation last year where he lost his place in the Spanish team when he was out of the team for a couple of weeks. I like Rodrigo. I know he hasn't been great for Leeds and it hasn't really clicked for him. I think he's a very likeable fella and player, and I'd love to see him do well at Leeds. I think he's been hamstrung a little bit by playing out of position. He's never really got the chance to play up front for Leeds outside the back end of his first season where he had a really good run. But he could be on the way out as well. I don't think huge amount of Leeds fans would be sad to hear that news this morning. I personally think he's a good player to have around the squad, but that's just my opinion. So also again linked last night, Martin Terrier continues to be linked with Leeds. I like the look of this guy. I think this would be a smashing sign. Similarities to Thierry Henry, as we said yesterday, he's 6 foot plus, so very good in the air as well. And Leeds need a bit more height because we're not great on set pieces, attacking or defending. So that's what's floating around today. I'm just going to quick check. Yeah, that's what's floating around today. And we'll see if any of these actually come true. The Ketelaere thing is still rumbling on in the background. Apparently Milan are at 35 plus 3, but the structure of the deal isn't what Bruges want. Leeds are offering cash up front because we've got all the cash now from Rafinha. And then the last bit of news, which is not really Leeds related, but Barcelona might have a problem with Rafinha and with Lewandowski because they can't register them currently. So unless they get rid of Frankie de Jong, who is owed about 19 million in back wages and refusing to go, they could have an issue with registering Rafinha. So that's the news this morning, folks. Thanks very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.